Hello, my friends. So glad to be with you for Values class. Today we're going to honor Earth Day and talk about honoring our planet. Before we do that, we're going to go ahead and take our moment of mindfulness as we settle in, bringing our singing bowl. Again, remembering that our brain adapts and sound resets our brain. As we hear this chime, we're going to go ahead and take our breathing in 5 counts. So breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5, and hold it. 2, 3, 4, 5, and let it go. 2, 3, 4, 5. And again, we're going to do it again. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5, and hold it. 2, 3, 4, 5. And whoosh, let it all go. And last time, breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5, and hold it. 2, 3, 4, 5, and let it all go. Whoosh. All right. So today it is going to be honoring Earth Day. And in the time that we've been sheltering at home, the planet has been recovering in amazing ways. So I want to ask you, are you aware that wildlife that hasn't been seen is all of a sudden showing up? It's coming out of the woods. Bears are coming down from the woods in Yosemite and coming out on the grounds. There are squirrels everywhere. Birds are singing happily. It's because humans have not been invading their habitats. Well, it won't always be this way because we will return to the parks and to the trails and to the landscapes and to the seascapes for us to be able to play and recreate. But you know, it is quite something to consider that the air is cleaner right now because there aren't so many of us driving. And the earth is being revived. Well, I want to talk about that a little bit and use a wonderful little book called The Very Hungry Caterpillar. The Very Hungry Caterpillar. In the light of the moon, a little egg lay on a leaf. And one Sunday morning, the warm sun came up, and pop, out of the egg came a tiny and very hungry caterpillar. And he started to look for some food. And on Monday, he ate through 1 apple, but he was still hungry. And on Tuesday, he ate through 2 pears, but he was still hungry. And on Wednesday, he ate through 3 plums, but he was still hungry. And on Thursday, he ate through 4 strawberries, but he was still hungry. And on Friday, he ate through 5 oranges, but he was still hungry. And on Saturday, he ate through 1 piece of chocolate cake, 1 ice cream, 1 pickle, 1 slice of cheese, and 1 slice of salami, 1 lollipop, 1 piece of cherry pie, 1 sausage, 1 cupcake, 1 slice of watermelon. And that night, he had a stomachache. But the next day was Sunday again, and the caterpillar ate through 1 nice green leaf, and after that, he felt much better. And now he wasn't hungry anymore, and he wasn't a little caterpillar anymore. He was a big fat caterpillar. He built a small house called a cocoon around himself, and he stayed inside for more than 2 weeks. And then he nibbled a hole in the cocoon, pushed his way out, and he was a beautiful butterfly. I use that book to illustrate the idea of the change in life, right? We've been looking at all kinds of things in being able to see the change of the seasons and the change of our life right now. We honor the earth. And one of the things that we want to do is we want to think about what are the resources that we need to survive. Well, just like our hungry caterpillar, we need food, all right, to survive. We need shelter, we need water, and we need sunlight. So indeed, what I want to ask you to think about is, what are the resources that you're using right now? Water, sunlight, food, electricity, all right? And around our home, we want to be especially aware of those resources. And in doing that, we want to be able to make sure that we are turning off our lights when we finish using them. We want to recycle any water bottles or even using the bottle that you have at home. All right. You know, third grade last year did a wonderful prayer for us on water conservation. Remember that third grade service learning project is all about water. So I wanted to read that prayer that they had written for us. God has given us the gift of life with clean water. Water is truly precious to us all. Water is a gift of life. Many people on the earth don't have the blessing of clean water. Water is truly precious to us all. Water is a gift of life. Each day there are children your age that walk miles and miles to get water to drink. And sometimes they get sick from that water. So water is truly precious to us all. Water is a gift of life. My friends, may we remember that there are people in our world that do not have clean water. May we always remember that water is a precious gift that we should not waste. Let us pray that everyone in the world will one day have the gift of clean water. Thank you so much, third grade, for writing that poem and that prayer for us. I think that's really one of the things that we think about. We think about those precious resources. Even as we're seeing our planet revive right now, we're remembering our resources. So water is one of our precious resources. Certainly being where you are at home and being able to do that. And look around your house and see what are the resources that you're using. Electricity, certainly, being able to do that. But what about plants? Plants are wonderful because, you know, plants are part of what we need to breathe. You see, plants give out oxygen, and that's what we need to breathe in and to be able to make for our health. And then plants need CO2, carbon oxygen, and being able to do that. That makes the plant grow. So when I breathe out, I'm making the plant grow. So I breathe in the oxygen that the plant gives me, and I breathe out CO2 to be able to help the plant grow. So look around your house and see how many plants are around and being able to give us oxygen in our home. We always talk about reduce, reuse, and recycle, right? Reduce, reuse, and recycle. Can you look around your home and see how much you are working on reducing? How much are you recycling? And what are you reusing? What about all the paper that we're using for our distance learning? Are you reusing that? Being able to look around and say, you know what? I need to reuse this. I need to make a box for being able to use recycled paper, being able to reuse it. Indeed. So what I'm going to ask you to do today is I want you to draw a tree for me, all right? A tree. And on the tree, I want you to be able to make leaves. And I want those leaves to be all the resources that we use and what you can think of. Water and food. What about soil and the good earth that we need to be able to plant? This is the planting right now, and many people are taking care of gardens and all kinds of wonderful backyard projects. So what are the nutrients in soil that we need? Are you looking out for worms? see what the worms are doing, because we need all those worms to be able to break down that soil, to be able to make good earth. There's light, of course, and there's sun. Are you taking time to be in the sun? We've got warmer days now, and so indeed we are enjoying this wonderful, wonderful sun. So this week, if you would, make a picture for me of the idea of a tree and all the resources that we're looking for to be able to help sustain our planet and bless our earth.